Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know the deal on this channel. So about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history, guys. And in this video, I want to talk about how LeBron James teams have lost at least 3 games in a row every season except for 2, guys. Now, we've heard about, Michael Jordan and, the Bulls never lost 3 games in a row from 1991 to 1998, right? They didn't lose 3 games in a row, guys. And I looked into LeBron James and his entire career and see how many seasons he had in his NBA career where his teams did not lose 3 games in a row, guys. And I went through every season, guys, and the only seasons were 2. There were 2 seasons out of 22 seasons. We can even include this season because the Lakers have had multiple 3 games or more losing streaks this season. So out of 22 seasons, LeBron James has been in the NBA, only 2 different seasons, guys, not 2 consecutive, 2 separate seasons that his teams not lose 3 games in a row. And I'm going to highlight to you guys how difficult it is to not lose 3 games in a row. That's a credible feat that I don't think really many people understand. Like I said, losing, how hard it is to not lose 3 games in a row, guys. And we're going to talk about in this video because, once again, this highlights the inconsistency of LeBron James and LeBron James-led teams, guys. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states that's been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, you guys know the deal, man. I'm truly humbled by all your support, man. It really means a lot. Like I said, guys, for you guys to comment, hit me up, send me emails, the comments, liking my videos. Thank you, guys. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, I wanted to talk about how LeBron James teams have lost at least 3 games in a row every single season he's been in the NBA, except for 2, guys. And why am I talking about this? Because, once again, like I mentioned in the intro, many times we hear people talk about Michael Jordan-led Chicago Bulls. Remember, it's the Michael Jordan-led Chicago Bulls, not just the Chicago Bulls of the 90s. When Michael Jordan's on the roster, on the team, not 94, not 95, I told you guys, as soon as Michael Jordan retired after the 93 season, the Bulls had 2 3-game losing streaks within the first 10 games of the season, guys. Think about that. Immediately, in the beginning of the season, they didn't have a 3-game losing streak for 3 consecutive seasons. Michael Jordan leaves, boom. First 10, 15 games of the season, 2 3-game losing streaks, guys. So remember, it's the Bulls with Michael Jordan, right, in the lineup. That's the team that's never lost 3 games in a row, guys. This is 5 consecutive seasons, guys. 5 consecutive seasons. Now, if we remember, at the beginning of the 1990-91 season, the first season the Chicago Bulls would break through, win a championship. At the beginning of that season, I told you, the Bulls opened up the season with 3 straight losses, guys. 0-3 that season. 3 straight losses. And the story goes that in the locker room, after that 3rd consecutive loss, Michael Jordan lost it in the locker room on the team, right? Went nuts on these guys, right? Just laid into his teammates. And he said and vowed, we are not going to lose 3 games in a row again. And they never did, guys. Never lost 3 games in a row again after that. The first 3 games of the 1991 season. So if we don't include that season, because they lost 3 games in a row during that season, if we talk about 1991-92, 92-93, 95-96, 96-97, and 97-98, that's 5 consecutive seasons, guys, that the Bulls with Michael Jordan on the team did not lose 3 games in a row, guys. That is very, very hard to do in an NBA. And why is it hard to do, guys? Because no matter how great your team is, no matter how great the team is, we all know the Bulls of the 90s were a great team, right? 2 3-peats. But no matter how great your team is, to lose 3 games in a row is very simple in the NBA, right? Guys miss a game, right? How many games did Scottie Pippen miss over those years? How many games did Bill Cartwright miss? Or John Paxson or B.J. Armstrong? Or any of your key role players, Horace Grant? These guys miss games, right? Even if they only missed 3, 4, 5 games in a season, still missed games. Here and there, you miss a game, right? Your players go down, things of that nature. So you could lose a game easily with one of your best players not on the team, right? One of your key members not playing. Also, we think about the way the schedule was played back in the day, right? A lot of back-to-backs, a lot of 3 games in 4 nights, right? This happened a lot. So we have to think about that. It's really easy, right, to go travel and then play a team on a back-to-back and lose that game. Right? And then all of a sudden you've lost 3 games in a row. It's very simple to lose 3 games in a row. It's very easy to lose back-to-back games. Very easy to lose 3 games in a row, guys. Right? Maybe you're not feeling good that day. Maybe Michael Jordan wasn't feeling good. Maybe Scottie Pippen wasn't feeling good. Maybe they weren't at 100%, right? Guys are banged up all season long. These kinds of things happen throughout the season. Guys are hobbled throughout the season. They're not playing at 100%, right? So maybe you lose a game, right? You also got to think about the other players, other teams. There are other good teams, other great players that are going to make plays. So maybe the Bulls had a win or your team was about to win a game, and then the greatness of another player came through and snatched that win away from your team. These are all different ways that you can lose 3 games in a row easily in the NBA, guys. Those are just the facts, man. So that's why it's very impressive, I think, when people highlight that the Bulls never lost 3 games in a row from 1991 to 1998 with Michael Jordan in the lineup, guys. That's very impressive. So when I looked into this for LeBron James, could he say the same thing? Did he have a time in his career where he went 5 consecutive seasons, guys, 5 consecutive seasons without losing 3 games in a row? Or even if we don't say 5 consecutive seasons for Michael Jordan, even if we wanted to say back-to-back seasons, right? Or 3 seasons in a row, right? We could do 92, 93, or we can go 96, 97, 98. Does LeBron James have anything like that, right? Because they tell us all the time that LeBron James makes the players around him better. He maximizes guys. He does more with less, right? He carries bums. So if he's so great and he maximizes the players around him and he gets the most out of them and always has them prepared, then you would think that LeBron James teams, they're not going to lose 3 games in a row. But once again, they contradict themselves, the LeBron James fans, the media, right? Because they'll tell us that LeBron James never has any help, and he's always carrying these guys, and that's why his teams, they wouldn't win 3 games in a row. Once again, you're contradicting yourself. LeBron James is either great or he's not great. He either makes the players around him better or he doesn't really make the players around him better, like we all know he doesn't. And I highlight the one word all the time on this channel for LeBron James and LeBron James-led teams, guys. And that word is inconsistent. That is LeBron James in a nutshell. Look at his free throws, inconsistent. Shooting is inconsistent. His ball handling, inconsistent. This is why he turns the ball over so much. His defense is hellified inconsistent, right? Leadership, inconsistent, which is why his teams are ultimately inconsistent. And that inconsistency would never allow a LeBron James team to not lose 3 games in a row. When you look at LeBron James' career, and I've told you guys, for teams that he's leading, they'll have expectations before the season, right? They'll predict, before the season, the Cleveland Cavaliers are expected to win X amount of games. They do not live up to those expectations many, many times, guys. All the LeBron James-led teams, the Cavaliers, the Miami Heat, the Los Angeles Lakers, they have expectations before the season. They predict that his teams are going to do X, Y, Z, and they don't live up to those expectations, right? They come under that because, once again, they've underachieved because they've been inconsistent. So when we think about LeBron James' career, and we talk about the super teams that he's played on, you would definitely think that his super team Miami Heat, they didn't lose 3 games in a row because they're stacked. LeBron James is so great. He's playing on a super duper team. He makes the players around him better. How could the Miami Heat lose 3 games in a row, guys? Well, I'm here to tell you guys right now, there were only 2 seasons, guys, out of 22 years that LeBron James teams did not lose 3 games in a row. 2 seasons, guys. Two. Michael Jordan had 5 seasons like that in what? 11 full seasons on the Bulls, guys. 5 of them, they didn't even lose 3 games in a row. That's insane when you think about that, guys. Out of 11 full seasons, they did not lose 3 games in a row in 5 of them. So almost half the years he played on the team, they never saw a 3-game losing streak, guys. I'm going to give you guys some context, some perspective to highlight what I'm talking about here, guys. You guys know the 1972 Los Angeles Lakers, right? They have a record 33-game win streak, right? Still to this day, an NBA record. 33 games in a row they won, right? Will Chamberlain, Jerry West, right? You guys know that team. They ended up winning the championship that year, right? We all know about the 72 Lakers, right? One of the great teams in NBA's history. 33 games in a row. Do you guys realize that that team lost 3 games in a row during that season? That's right, guys. They won 69 games that year, and even they had a 3-game losing streak during their season, guys. 69 wins, 33 games in a row, still had a 3-game losing streak. That's how easy it is to lose 3 games in a row in the NBA, guys. The tough schedules, things of that nature, right? Also, we think about the 2017 Warriors, guys, right? Oh, the 2017 Warriors. Oh, LeBron James had to go against the hardest teams in NBA's history. Michael Jordan's Bulls couldn't beat the 2017 Warriors. The 2017, all we hear is about the 2017 Warriors. They're so great. Now we see they've been exposed. Kevin Durant's been exposed. These guys not that great. But anyway, the 2017 Warriors, guys, as great as they were, they lost 3 games in a row that season. That's right. Go look it up, guys. The 2017 Warriors had a 3-game losing streak that season, guys. So once again, I'm highlighting to you how easy it is to lose 3 games in a row. The 72 Lakers lost 3 games in a row, even though they won 69 games. The 2017 Warriors lost 3 games in a row. Even though people try to tell me that the Bulls couldn't beat them, they're the greatest team. They lost 3 games in a row. Michael Jordan's Bulls never did that. Not just the 96 Bulls. None of the Bulls teams of the 90s, except for 1990-91, lost 3 games in a row, guys, while Michael Jordan was on the team. That's insane. Remarkable. That's Michael Jordan. That's called greatest of all time. That's called impact. That's called making the players around you better and winning with whatever's there. The only 2 years, guys, only 2 seasons that LeBron James teams did not lose 3 games in a row was 2009, when I believe the Cavaliers won. I believe they won 66 games that year. But then you remember they got knocked down in the Eastern Conference Finals by Dwight Howard's Orlando Magic. So they didn't lose 3 games in a row that season. Great, right? But they'll say that LeBron James played with bums. These guys weren't any good, but they never lost 3 games in a row. But LeBron James didn't have a good team. Insane. And 2013, those are the only 2 seasons. We all know 2013 was a LeBron James Miami Heat super team. So those are the only 2 years of his career that his teams did not lose 3 games in a row, guys. Think about that. 09, right, when he had a good team around him, and his super team didn't lose 3 games in a row in 2013. But 2011, they lost 3 games in a row. 2012, they lost at least 3 games in a row. 2014, they lost at least 3 games in a row, guys. All the Cleveland Cavalier teams on the second stint always lost 3 games in a row. There wasn't one season, 2015, 2016, 2017, or 2018, that the team did not lose at least 3 games in a row. Even with Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love there, still lost 3 games in a row during those seasons, guys. Also, his stint now with the Lakers. There hasn't been one season, guys, that the Lakers have not lost 3 games in a row. Every single season, the Lakers, that he's been on the Lakers, even the bubble championship year, guys, they had at least a 3-game or more losing streak, guys. Every year he's been on the Lakers. Every year. Even though you have Anthony Davis there, right, one of the top 10 players in the league, even though you have all these trades being made, different coaches coming in and out. So think about that. All of those moves that LeBron James teams have made through all of these years he's been in the NBA, all these free agents, all these trades, like we said, over 100 trades and free agent signings for LeBron James, still can't get his team to not lose 3 games in a row. Basically, every single year he's in the NBA. But Michael Jordan didn't have anywhere near the amount of help that LeBron James did, but never lost 3 games in a row for 5 consecutive seasons. LeBron James didn't even do that for 2 consecutive seasons, even though he put together all these teams. He did this. He's the one making roster moves. He's the one asking for more help all the time. He gets the help, still can't be consistent with that help. Because how can your team not lose 3 games in a row all these years when you don't play any defense for most of these seasons? Once again, the burden's on LeBron James' teammates to pick up the slack for LeBron James, whereas Michael Jordan picked up the slack for his teammates. It's quite the opposite for LeBron James, guys, as you can see. And I went a little further here. Because a lot of times, people will say, oh, Michael Jordan played in a super team in a second three-peat, which we all laugh, and I've debunked this, and many people have debunked that nonsense. Anyone who knows basketball knows that second three-peat, that team was not a super team, guys. So once again, it was Michael Jordan, the Bulls, that allowed Dennis Rodman to find a home. Once again, Dennis Rodman was turning into a journeyman. He was turning into a guy with the designated homeless, with no home. All right? And I want you people to understand this. In the 1996 season, guys, Dennis Rodman missed 18 games that season. 18 games, that's a pretty good amount of games to miss for one of your best players. 18 games in the 96 season, guys. They still won 72 games that year, even though Dennis Rodman missed 18 games. You know why, guys? Because in those 18 games, without Dennis Rodman in the lineup, guys, the Bulls went 15-3. 15-3, guys, without Dennis Rodman. 15-3. Oh, super team Bulls. Without him, they went 15-3. Okay, so think about that. With him missing all those games, still won 72. I believe Scottie Pippen missed 5 games that season. Remember, Michael Jordan didn't miss a single game, guys, in the second three-peat. Not a single game. Scottie Pippen missed 5 games that season. And I know for a fact in one of the games, Dennis Rodman was out and Scottie Pippen was out. The Bulls won that game. They won that game without both of them in the line. Still won the game. So once again, this goes to Michael Jordan raising the level of his teammates, not making any excuses, and doing more with less, winning games without his teammates being there. So it ain't like Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman never missed any games in the second three-peat, and Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, they never lost 3 games in a row. Dennis Rodman missed plenty of games that second three-peat, guys, when he was on the Bulls. He missed a lot of games. All right, Scottie Pippen too. Remember the 1998 season when Scottie Pippen delayed the surgery on purpose to sabotage the Bulls season? Did it work? No, it didn't work. It was quite the opposite. The Bulls were playing just fine and winning all these games without Scottie Pippen there. Without him there. So there's no excuses. When people talk about, Michael Jordan didn't lose 3 games in a row, it's even more impressive when you think about those kinds of things. They didn't lose 3 games in a row, even though Dennis Rodman missed 18 consecutive games. 18 games in a row, guys, he was out. They went 15-3 in those games. They didn't lose 3 games in a row. Scottie Pippen in 1998. They didn't lose 3 games in a row. No, Scottie Pippen missed 35 games that season? 37 games? They didn't lose 3 games in a row. How many games did Tony Kukoc miss in his second three-peat? Or Steve Kerr? Or Luke Longley? All of these guys, man. Michael Jordan didn't miss any games. Never lost 3 games in a row, guys. That's the facts, man. Meanwhile, LeBron James, every year he's losing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 game losing streaks. It's insane, guys. I went with the 3 game as a minimum for LeBron James teams. But a lot of those seasons, 6, 7 game losing streaks, 5 game losing streaks. This is LeBron James teams, guys, that's called inconsistent. Think about LeBron James load manages, so your team's not going to be consistent. Michael Jordan never load managed. So the Bulls never had to worry about missing Michael Jordan for games at a time. Didn't miss a single game in the second three-peat, guys. 9 seasons, right? What is it? 9 seasons of 82 games in his career? And by the way, 8 of them, I believe, with the Bulls. So out of the 11 full seasons he played with the Bulls, 8 of them were 82-game seasons. LeBron James, 22 years, 1 82-game season, guys. This goes to why your teams are not consistent. This is why you're 4-6 in the finals. And Michael Jordan 6-0. It's not ironic, guys. They didn't even lose in the finals. They never lost 3 games in a row in the playoffs. LeBron James, how many 2-1 leads LeBron James blow? 2-1 lead in 2015, lost 3 games in a row, lost 4 games to 2. 2011, 2-1 lead. Coffin making fun of Dirk with a 2-1 lead, lost 3 games in a row. Michael Jordan's Bulls never had that happen to them. LeBron James several times in the postseason. His teams have lost 3 games in a row. Weren't they up 2 games to 1 against the Boston Celtics that one year, I believe in 2010 maybe? Lost 3 games in a row. This is LeBron James, guys. It's called inconsistent. Michael Jordan's consistency helped him go 6-0 in the finals with 2 3-peats, guys. With guys missing games all over the place. Never lost 3 games in a row. Mad impressive for Michael Jordan versus the LeBron James, guys. LeBron James, 2 seasons out of 22, guys. His teams did not lose 3 games in a row. 2. Michael Jordan, 5 consecutive seasons. 5. And like I told you, even the 2017 Warriors lost 3 games in a row. Even the 1972 Lakers, who still have a record 33-game winning streak that season, they lost 3 games in a row, guys. Michael Jordan's Bulls from 91-92 to 92-93, 95-96, 96-97, and 97-98, guys, never lost 3 games in a row. Even though Dennis Rodman missed a bunch of games at second three-peat. Even though Scottie Pippen missed a bunch of games at second three-peat. Never lost 3 games in a row, guys. You think about that first three-peat. They lose those first 3 games at the beginning of the 91 season, and Michael Jordan gets in them and his teammates' butt. Once again, holding the team accountable and holding them to a standard and being a leader. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.